Welcome to another episode of the Bible Toolbox. I'm Lydia.
And I'm Luke, and we're here to help you enjoy the Bible through the tools that scholars and programmers have created for you. Okay, so today we're going to look at BlueLetterBible.org.
What is Blue Letter Bible?
Yeah, so it's a website that collects all of kind of the most important resources, tools, whatever, commentaries to study the Bible, all in one place.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so Blue Letter comes from the idea that early on, Blue Letter Bible put the biblical text online and they hyperlinked every word.
Oh, so every letter was blue.
So it was all blue, right?
Okay.
And so you could click on the words and it would pop up information.
Okay.
So
I'm assuming they've transformed over the years.
Yes, so. as you can see, it's a lot better of a look here. So this is the homepage here, and they have just lots of things that they're promoting and such. But we're going to look at just a lot of what I think are the most important aspects of this website.
Okay.
Okay. So the main thing that I feel like people can use this for is if you just search the verse or a chapter
or a word, it looks like.
Or even. A word. Yeah. We'll get into that
a
little later. But here you can see the whole chapter, and it's split up into individual verses because if you click here, click the tools, it gives you lots of tools, right? For every verse.
Word.
Every verse. Wow. Well, here, yeah, every word is categorized here. But we're going to look here at the tabs. So this is the interlinear tab, which just means that it lines up the English with the original language. So in the New Testament with the Greek.
Oh, so it's like interline, like lining up.
Yeah, lining them up. That's a good, yeah. The next tab is the Bibles tab. And you can see here, it just takes the verse and you can see the translation of the verse, how it's translated in a whole bunch of different translations.
So it's just comparing different translations for that one verse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then the next one is cross-references. And so this is this word, the beginning. Here's a bunch of different cross-references. These are all different creational passages in the Bible.
That's what a cross-references? Just like where it's like related to in other texts? Or how would you describe a cross-reference?
Yeah. So here, the beginning. Where is the idea of the beginning elsewhere in the Bible?
Okay.
Right here. And these are kind of all the most important verses for that.
So if somebody was studying the beginning, they could go to all of those verses to kind of get an idea of all the context.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then the next tab over is commentaries. They just have a whole bunch of
free online commentaries.
Commentaries. So you can go watch our episode on commentaries to help you think through how to use these and which ones to use.
Yeah, because I remember being like, you have to be kind of careful with the free ones.
Yeah, right. So, yeah, I wouldn't. Not all commentaries are created equal. So,
are there any that you'd recommend?
On here, is Matthew Henry on here? I don't know if he's usually on free websites, but it looks like they have. Yeah. Is he down there? There he is. Yeah. So he's a kind of a standard one. And you might recognize some of these names that you would be interested in hearing what they have to say.
And it's even on audio and video. So it looks like it's categorized in different formats.
Oh yeah. These are probably more sermons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's all under the commentary section.
All under commentaries. Yep. And then dictionary.
This is a dictionary or this is a lexicon?
Well, here, Easton's Bible Dictionary, that's an encyclopedia.
An encyclopedia.
Here, the International Standard Bible Encyclopedia. So that's an actual encyclopedia.
Okay.
Right. Most of these are going to be encyclopedias. Some of them won't. Like the King James Dictionary, I'm pretty sure is very short.
Mm-hmm.
So it just depends on the resource.
Okay.
But you can see the different like creation, word, the different topics that occur in this verse, the entries of that topic is shown here.
Oh, like you would find the word beginning in the topic of creation.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the last one is just miscellaneous, usually pictures or music.
All right.
So that's actually kind of cool if you have a theme verse and need a song. But so those are all the tabs. I would say the most important one here is the interlinear.
Okay. Why?
Because of what I'm going to show here. So what you can do is you can find a word. So we're going to look at word. And right here, you can click on the Strong's number. And it pops up a whole page on that Greek word.
So the Strong's number was the concordance, right? The
Yes.
huge book that a lot of people have that says all of the times the word is used. But now it's all just digitized. And this is the entry on the word.
Yes. And so it gives kind of pronunciation stuff up top, which is really nice, right? For people who don't know Greek or Hebrew, you can not sound bad, right? By just listening to the pronunciation and then copying it, right? The next part here is inflections. These are just the different, it's kind of like if you have C is singular of, a body of water, and you have seas is plural. So those are different inflections of the word sea.
Sure.
Yeah. So that's kind of what these are. These are different inflections. Greek has more inflections than English. That just kind of shows where these different inflections are used throughout the Bible.
So the one with the most would be the most common one, but lay people probably wouldn't use that section very much.
That is just no. Yeah, I wouldn't get caught up there.
Okay.
Next one is dictionary aids. So this is just linking to the most important dictionaries on the word, and Vine's expository dictionary is super good. It gives information about each word.
So these would be more like encyclopedias?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. The TD&T, it gives you the reference, although it's not free. It's like one of the best like dictionaries for it. It's like some words you'll get like 10, 20 pages on a single word. It's super, super detailed, but unfortunately it's not free. So it just gives you the reference, but you actually can't read it. And this is also a really good one. Trench's synonyms. It just gives all the different similar words to look up. So you can click distinguishing. On those links. Yep. You can click on these links. Okay. Then it gives you how the King James translates it. And then
wait, go back up. So the King James translate the Greek word in these different ways. So words, saying, account, speech, word, thing.
Yep.
Okay.
And that can often help you get a sense of the different nuances, the different the range of meaning of a word. And then next you get the outline of how the word is used. And this is usually pretty closely based off of the lexicon here. It just puts it in a form that's easier to read.
Readable, for sure.
So, and then you get the Strong's definition, which is, a short paragraph having the different senses. And then the lexicon, we have a whole episode on this, but this is going to be a lot more detailed. It's going to give you most of the places where it's used and the different meanings. Collocations, right? The used with certain words, how it changes its meaning.
Break down, break up, break in.
Yeah. Wow,
so this is so many.
Well, logos is a very common word.
Okay.
And then underneath here, this is the scripture index of Thayer's, which is the lexicon. So this is all the different places where the lexicon quotes a scripture passage. So it's kind of like a concordance, but not quite. Down here is the concordance. And we have an episode on that. This is all the different places where logos is used. So that's pretty cool. Like that's most things that you need when you're doing a word study are right here on one page.
Seriously.
Yeah. So that's probably the most important feature of Blue Letter Bible. That's what I like about it, is collecting it into one place. The other feature is if you click study and finding the encyclopedias and dictionaries, and then you can look up a topic. So here you can look up word. There it is. Word in all of the dictionaries available. And that's another super helpful resource of putting all of those together. Yeah.
Just so much information to digest here. Like, how do you use all this stuff? Like,
well, we'll get into more, like if you are doing a word study, what should you look for and how to do it? So we'll get more into
episode
that.
on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're just kind of looking at what is Blue Letter Bible? What are the different features? Another thing that they have is if we just search word in the search bar.
No verse or anything.
No verse. The first tab that it gives you is everywhere where word occurs in the King James.
The English word.
The English, yeah.
The English word of word.
Which is helpful if you're maybe doing like a topical study, but you have to, like, there's not a 1-for-1 match. So I don't feel like that's the most helpful, because English translates the Greek differently, and there's different Greek words that this is translating.
Okay.
So
like it might be word in all of these, but there might be a couple different Greek words that it's using.
Yeah.
So it's not all the same thing.
Yeah. So I wouldn't focus too much on this tab. But the next tab gives you dictionaries that have word. It's a little quicker than what I did, going through the study and clicking the dictionaries. This just puts them all there for you. Here, this lexicon tab gives you all of the Hebrew and Greek
variations
words that have,
oh my word, like sword, it says that has the word word.
So we're not looking at that really. Okay. We're looking at like this. We have word, like these are all different Hebrew words. Well, those are all from the same root, but that are translated as word in the King James.
Okay. Can you change it to not be King James? Does it have
to be you King can
James?
do other translations as well. So you can choose your translation there.
Okay.
Okay. And so, yes, you pointed out you can refine like exact match beginning of word, because it gives you things like sword. Right? But it can be helpful. So like by word, I might want to keep that doing my study. So you might want to kind of leave it more general so you can find all of the places. So
and then you can click on those, and then
here's this
back to the interlinear page.
Right. Here's the Strong's number. Click that, and there you go. And you can do a quick study on that word.
Okay.
Okay.
And that was, remind us how we got there. Oh, you just
you just search an English word,
and then lexicon.
Okay. And the last thing that I think on Blue Letter Bible is they've been rolling out some tools here that you can have. So they've started with this scripture mark, and it's still pretty much in its beta phase. But the idea is eventually you're going to be able to like highlight and draw arrows and stuff, and you can like click it and break it up and move it over.
Kind of organize the thoughts and things.
I haven't found it to be crazy accessible yet. I find just doing it on a Word document works better for me at this point, but that might be something to look for in the future. Another thing that they have is this BLBI, the Blue Letter Bible Institute. And they have several free online courses that are kind of like college level courses that you can go through. So on the Old Testament, New Testament, biblical hermeneutics, which is interpretation method and stuff. So
interesting.
Yeah, they're pretty introductory, but if you're looking to jump in and get to know the Bible, that they have it there for free for you. So
wow. So you went there by apps and tools.
Apps and tools.
And then BLBI. Very cool.
Another thing back on the homepage is this multiple verse retrieval here. And what this is, if you have like a lot of scriptures that you're just wanting to like copy and paste, so you can just, I don't know, I'm just putting in random things. You can put in different chapters, verses, and it gives you the whole text of that.
Oh, just in like one big long document.
Yep. And then you can copy that and then paste it wherever you want.
So even like verses and stuff, you can just put in a ton of verses instead of looking each one up individually. And then a whole list of all of those will come up.
Yeah. And you can search like multiple verses on other websites, but it's like you can't copy them all then. Okay. So this is a good place if you have like tons of verses that you want to search and then copy and paste somewhere. Okay. You can get them all retrieved here and you can pick your translation and such.
That would even be good if we like went to the concordance or something and you wanted to copy and paste. You could just make a new tab and then flip back and forth and put them all in and just do it all at once.
Yeah. Well, where I find it helpful. So if you're doing a study in a dictionary, so let's just go back to Word. Oops, I need to go to WO. And like here, right? If it's going to take me a long time to search all these, and if I wanted to like copy these or whatever, you can just copy and paste these into.
Let's do it. Control C. Copy is Control C. You didn't know. Multiple verse retrieval. Control V. Retrieve. And it looks like you can do other Bible translations other than KJV as well.
Yeah. And so there you go.
Wow. That's helpful.
Yeah. So I got all of those verses in one place and I can copy them to my clipboard and paste them
into a document.
Yeah.
And that was very quick.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's so helpful. Well, this looks like a really helpful resource, and I'm sure a lot of people are using it, but hopefully this can help people use it more efficiently and fully, and because they've really put in a lot of work for it. It's a great resource. We hope you enjoyed this episode of the Bible Toolbox. All of the resources mentioned in this episode are posted on our website, thebibletoolbox.com. There you can also find out more information on how to give and support us, and we have loved all of the encouragement and feedback we've received from you, so thanks so much.